Jerry Jones has once again shaken the NFL landscape with a move that has stunned fans, analysts, and even insiders within the league. The Dallas Cowboys, a franchise synonymous with bold decisions and headline-making transactions, have pulled off a surprise trade that few saw coming. In a deal that is already being described as one of the most unexpected and potentially transformative trades of the offseason, the Cowboys have acquired linebacker Quay Walker from the Green Bay Packers. The trade involves the Cowboys sending a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 fourth-round pick to Green Bay in exchange for Walker, a former first-round pick who has shown flashes of brilliance throughout his young career. This move is more than just a roster adjustment, it's a clear statement of intent from a Cowboys organization determined to break its long-standing playoff curse and return to the Super Bowl conversation. Jerry Jones, never one to shy away from taking calculated risks, appears to be doubling down on defense, reinforcing a unit that already boasts stars like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence. The addition of Quay Walker not only adds depth but also introduces a new level of athleticism and versatility that could redefine the Cowboys' defensive identity under new defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. Quay Walker, for those unfamiliar with his impact, is one of the most intriguing linebacker prospects to come out of college in recent years. Drafted 22 ND overall by the Packers in the 2022 NFL Draft, Walker brought with him a rare combination of size, speed, and instincts that made him a disruptive force at Georgia and a high-ceiling talent in the NFL. Standing at 6'4" and weighing around 240 pounds, Walker's physical attributes have always been elite, but what truly sets him apart is his lateral agility and ability to diagnose plays quickly. During his first 2 seasons in the league, Walker put up solid numbers, amassing over 170 tackles, multiple sacks, and several passes defended, all while serving as the backbone of Green Bay's linebacker core. Despite some growing pains, including a few moments of immaturity on the field, Walker began to emerge as a leader and a playmaker in his 3rd season, showcasing a heightened sense of awareness and a maturity that many believed would solidify his role as a long-term defensive centerpiece for the Packers. However, NFL front offices are always juggling present performance with future cap space, roster balance, and long-term planning. The Packers, facing a tight salary cap and preparing to reshape their defense, decided not to pick up Walker's 5th-year option, a surprising move to many but one that quietly signaled his potential availability. The Cowboys, always on the lookout for undervalued talent with upside, saw an opportunity and acted swiftly. Sources close to the organization suggest that negotiations escalated quickly, with Jerry Jones personally involved in the final stages of the deal, pushing it through before other teams could jump into the fray. This type of aggressive move is classic Jerry, high stakes, high reward, and intended to immediately tilt the competitive balance. For Jones, who has publicly voiced his frustration over recent playoff exits and stagnant championship aspirations, bringing in a difference-maker like Walker is not just about filling a hole, it's about sending a message. The Cowboys are no longer content with being good enough. They are aiming to dominate. The strategic value of this trade is enormous. From a football perspective, Quay Walker fills a crucial role in the Cowboys' defense. While Micah Parsons continues to play at an all-pro level, his hybrid role as an edge rusher and coverage linebacker has sometimes left the Cowboys thin in the interior linebacker position. Walker's ability to play the Mike linebacker position with speed and authority allows Parsons more freedom to rush the passer and disrupt offenses from different angles. Walker is also strong in coverage, which is critical in today's pass-heavy NFL. His presence in the middle of the field gives the Cowboys a reliable option to cover tight ends, track running backs on wheel routes, and close down passing lanes quickly. More importantly, Walker brings a level of physicality and toughness that the Cowboys have occasionally lacked in the heart of their defense. While Leighton Vander Esch has been dependable when healthy, injuries have plagued his career, and there were lingering doubts about his long-term reliability. By adding Walker, the Cowboys gain not only depth but also a potential long-term starter who can become a defensive captain. There's also a locker room dynamic at play. Despite being only 24 years old, Walker is known for his work ethic and focus. Coaches in Green Bay praised his film study habits, his coachability, and his desire to improve. He's not a finished product by any means, but with the right mentorship and system, he could blossom into one of the league's premier linebackers. That's where Dallas sees the upside. Under defensive guru Mike Zimmer, who returned to the NFL this season with the intent to reshape the Cowboys' defense into a more aggressive, unpredictable, and technically sound unit, Walker could thrive. Zimmer has a history of getting the most out of his linebackers, dating back to his days with the Vikings where he developed players like Eric Kendricks and Anthony Barr into Pro Bowl caliber performers. With Quay Walker, Zimmer gets a high upside player who is still moldable and eager to take the next step in his career. Of course, the trade has sparked intense debate across the NFL landscape. Many Packers fans are upset to see such a talented player leave so soon. Some have expressed disappointment that the team would move on from a player they invested a first-round pick in just 3 years ago. Others argue that Green Bay's decision to not extend Walker was financially motivated and that the team plans to build around younger, cheaper talent through the draft. Meanwhile, Cowboys fans are largely ecstatic, viewing this as another shrewd move by Jerry Jones in what could be a championship window. The reaction on social media has been overwhelmingly positive from the Dallas side, with fans already imagining a defensive trio of Walker, Parsons, and Diggs terrorizing opponents for the foreseeable future. Even former Cowboys players have weighed in, with some calling it the most exciting mid-offseason acquisition the team has made in over a decade. Looking ahead, the implications of this move could be enormous. The Cowboys already have one of the most talented rosters in the NFC. With Dak Prescott playing at a high level, CeeDee Lamb continuing to evolve into one of the league's premier wideouts, and a defense that was ranked in the top 5 last season, the addition of Quay Walker could be the missing piece that takes them from contenders to champions. Walker's youth, paired with his versatility, makes him a building block for the next several years. And given the contract situation where Dallas may already be working behind the scenes to sign him to an extension, this isn't just a rental. This is a calculated investment in a rising star. If Walker continues his upward trajectory and stays healthy, the Cowboys may look back at this trade as a franchise-defining moment, much like when they traded for Amari Cooper or drafted Micah Parsons. From a narrative standpoint, this trade also reaffirms Jerry Jones' status as one of the league's most fearless decision-makers. While other owners take a conservative, long-term approach, Jones continues to operate with the urgency of a man who believes the Cowboys' time is now. And who can blame him? With an aging offensive line, contract extensions looming for multiple stars, and intense pressure from a fan base desperate for postseason success, the window for winning is open, but it won't stay open forever. By bringing in Quay Walker, Jones is signaling that he's not waiting around for next year or the year after that. He wants to win this season. He wants to hoist the Lombardi Trophy again. And he believes this move, as unexpected as it was, could be the catalyst. In the coming weeks, all eyes will be on training camp, where Walker will begin the process of integrating into his new team. Reports indicate that he's already in Dallas and is expected to participate fully in team activities. Coaches are said to be excited about his potential and eager to get him up to speed on the playbook. There will undoubtedly be growing pains learning a new system, adjusting to a new locker room, and facing sky-high expectations from a passionate fan base, but those are challenges Walker is ready to embrace. He's got a chip on his shoulder after Green Bay passed on extending him, and that motivation could translate into a breakout season. For the Cowboys, the dream is simple: pair Walker's talent with Zimmer's scheme, Parsons' dominance, and the overall team depth to create a defense that no opponent wants to face. In conclusion, this trade is about more than just X's and O's. It's about identity. It's about culture. It's about ambition. The Cowboys aren't satisfied with playoff appearances or division titles. They want rings. They want legacy. And with Jerry Jones at the helm, they're willing to swing big to get it. The acquisition of Quay Walker might not have been on anyone's radar 2 weeks ago, but today, it's the talk of the league, and if everything goes right, it could be the moment Cowboys fans point to years from now and say, "That's when everything changed."